Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks on one of the hardest designs to master, which is a classic French tip. So let's jump right into it. So I'm going to start off with some nail tips. These nail tips are the long sculpted square from enailcouture. They are not too sculpted. I think my next video is going to be a nail tips 101 for press on business. Like all my nail tip recommendations, some I've tried, why I recommend some and why I don't. So I kind of want to do a video like that. I think I'm going to film it today. But I'm going to start off with the nail tips. I did buff them already and I did already apply a clear base coat. I like to apply clear base coat because it adds a little extra strength, especially on nails where I'm not going to be doing too many layers. This does have a few layers on it because it's a French and I like to layer the nude part, but it doesn't have as many layers as some of the other sets that I usually make. So no matter what, I always do a base coat underneath. Then I'm going in with my base color. So the base color really will determine how good your French looks. If you want it to look like an acrylic nail set, the colors that you use for the base really do matter. Not all brands are the same. There are some that are very opaque, and to me, they give me more of like a plastic look rather than an acrylic look. So I always try to layer my nude gel polishes and try to get the best outcome that I can. My favorite brands are either Rarism on Amazon or these ones from Nails Blink Supply. Everything I'm using in this video will be in the description box, but I am layering two color nudes here. I'm doing one coat of number 27, and then now I'm going in with one coat of number 21, and then I'm going to go back on top with another coat of number 27. So the way you layer your nudes really do matter. You could just leave it like this. As you can see, it really does make a difference to layer on another color on top. This will also determine not determine, but like the way you do your nude part on the base whenever you have a press on business or you're doing these nails for somebody, then you might want to have a few different types of nude colors available. I'm not saying you have to invest a lot of money. Absolutely not. I would recommend spending at least $40 or a little less even if you get some affordable gel polishes on nude colors. So I recommend spending at least like $40 on nude gel polishes because this is something that I use every single day, you guys. No matter what order I get, it always has some type of nude base on it. I hardly ever get orders that have like solid actual color gel polishes, so it's like really rare. I always end up having to do a nude somewhere in the set, whether I do a design on top or whether it is a French tip set, because French tips are just so popular. They have never gone out of style ever since they have been created in this world. They have never gone out of style. So that's just one of the things that I would recommend you have if you're planning on starting a business, because I get so many messages and comments of you guys telling me that you guys have started making press-ons because of my videos, and it makes me so happy that I have actually motivated you guys and that you guys love what you do because of my videos, and I just really love that. It makes me so happy, and my favorite thing to do is teach everything nails. So this is why I'm giving you guys all my tips and tricks. Everybody that doesn't do nails will say that a French is so easy or simple because they see a French and they think it's like the most simplest design ever. But any of us that does nails knows that this is not an easy design. This whole set probably took me almost 2 hours to do, and it's because just the art of actually creating a perfectly crisp French is actually very difficult to master. I barely recently got it down, you guys. Like I would say maybe a year or two ago, probably 2 years ago now, was when I really started seeing my French tip nails perfect. Like, and I'm not even saying perfect, like I struggle all the time. There's a lot of times where my French tips do not come out perfect at all, and I have to constantly go back and readjust, and like I have to have a little tiny cup with a little bit of acetone on hand and a little round brush in case I need to clean anything up, because a lot of times I will mess up, and it is literally inedible, especially if you have shaky hands like I have shaky hands. So this is just a really chatty video. I'm literally going to talk all about French tip nails. Another thing that you need to invest in is like a good quality white gel polish. You can use any brand that you want, but I have tried so many white gel polishes that are so bad, and I got them from Amazon a lot of the times because I wanted something that was really accessible that I could have on hand, because I use white so much. I did not want it from a website where I would have to go and order, and then I have to order like $100 to get it shipped for free. I did not want to do that. I wanted it to be something that was good quality that I could find from Amazon, because Amazon is just so accessible to everybody almost. So the one I use is from Melody Susie. It'll be in the description box, but it's just been my favorite. Like ever since I found it, I have not been able to find anything that compares to it. I have tried Beetles. It was just too watery. I have tried Model 1s, also a little bit too watery and a little more on the yellow tone side. I've also tried Nails by Dev. It is just a little too watery for my liking. It is a good color white though, but this one from Melody Susie is the perfect color white. It is not yellow at all. It is more of a blue tone. I've like seen some people saying that there's the Melody Susie white gel polish in like a white bottle. I had a bad experience when I ordered from Amazon. So there's two different Melody Susie white gel polishes from Amazon. There's one in a white bottle and one in a silver bottle. Every time I have purchased the one in the silver bottle, it has been perfect, like perfect consistency. It's nice and thick. It's really the perfect color. But ever since one time I purchased it without really paying attention, I got the one that comes in a white bottle, and the one in the white bottle is super different. It's like way more watery and a little more yellow toned. I don't know why they have two different whites when they have this one that's like already perfect to me. So I don't know. You guys might have to just purchase it once or twice. It's around, I think, like $7 or $8. I'm not really sure right off the top of my head. I literally have it on auto delivery to come once a month because I use it so much. So yeah, it's just one of those things that you want to have on hand, is a good white gel polish and some really good nude gel polishes as well. I have a whole video on my favorite nude gel polishes. I kind of want to do an updated one maybe, because there's a lot of new Rargism colors that I found and just a lot of other colors that I use as well. So I might do that sometime in the coming month. But right now I'm doing the method where I draw on the smile line of the French and then I grab a little brush and I'm filling it in. This is one method that you could do, but honestly, I thought this was going to save me a little bit of time, but I felt like it actually wasted a little more time than I thought, because I had to go back in with a second coat. So when you paint the color on like this, so you can see here, I'm painting the color on. When you paint it on like this, it almost, makes it super sheer. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's because of how dense the brush is. So you could see here, I already cured the first layer of French that I did, and now I'm going on with the second layer of French, and this, or like the second layer of the white. This had to be done because it looked way too sheer. You could see here, like look up close, the middle finger and the ring finger right here, you could see streaks and it looks super sheer, but then the other ones where I go in with the second layer, they look perfect. So I usually never have to do this, but I was trying a different method to see if I could save some time, and it did not save me time at all. So you guys will see on the second hand how I usually do my French. This was the first hand that I did. But yeah, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm just going ahead and cleaning up the smile line now, since I went ahead in with that second layer, and I just use a little round brush. You can use any brand and go in with a little tiny bit of acetone. I actually get a lot of questions every time I mention that I use acetone. People will ask me, like, does the acetone not melt the color underneath? And no, it doesn't, because you're using barely any, like your brush is barely even going to be damp. If you use too much, it'll leak all into the white part of your French that you want to stay clean, and it'll ruin it. So you want your brush to barely have any acetone on it, just enough to where you can clean up whatever you're cleaning up. I hope that helps for beginners. And then another thing is, French tips are really hard to master. I was trying to say that earlier, but I got off track. It is not an easy design by any means, so don't feel pressured into feeling like you have to get this design right away, but it is one of the designs that I would practice more if you're barely beginning. Like if you're barely beginning and you have a little extra time to kill, try to create a French and then try to create another design on top just so you can master your designs. But a French is the design that you're probably going to get asked for the most, honestly, because I get orders from all around the United States. I don't ship worldwide yet, but if I shipped, I ship all over the United States, and it is a type of design that I get asked for every single day. So it's just one of those things that I'm glad I mastered. I'm glad I continued to practice when I wasn't that good at it, because now that I'm good at it, I can, you know, I already know what to do. I don't have to think too hard about it. But whenever I try new techniques like this, it does take me a little more time. That's why this one took me around 2 hours. Usually one classic French will take me around an hour, I feel like 30 minutes per hand. And that's just if nothing goes wrong. Like that's if my hands are not too shaky, if I'm like in a good drawing space because you have to freehand that smile line, and I know that that could be very difficult. So freehanding the smile line, this brings me to my next topic of conversation, which is your brush. So if you want to get a really good clean smile line, you have to use a brush that is at least 12 millimeters or longer. And I'm saying for beginners, like if you're already a pro, you can probably create a French if you absolutely had to with any type of brush. But I'm talking about for beginners, like your best friend is going to be a longer brush. When I first started mastering my French, I was using a 15 millimeter. I actually think it was a 15 or a 20 millimeter long brush, and those are the very long ones. And once I started mastering it with that, I was like, this brush is kind of long. Sometimes it's a little inconvenient when I have to do shorter nails. So let me move down to a 12 millimeter. And once I moved down to a 12 millimeter brush, I found that that is the most perfect length for me personally. And I never struggle with the 12 millimeter. So I'm really glad that I was able to practice and find which brush worked for me. So I see some girls that will use a 15 or 12 or probably 12 millimeters, what I see used more often. I will see some girls using a 20 millimeter, which is the really long one. But sometimes I felt like that was just too long if you do like shorter nails. So if you're doing a lot of shorter nails and you're not doing so many XL or XXL nails, try a 12 millimeter. Try to get the hang of it. Try to get the hang of using it and holding it in your hand. And I feel like it's a perfect length. That's the brush that I use. And I know I get a lot of questions on the brush that I use. It is my own brush that I have created for you guys. I have told some of you guys before on some other videos that I still have not released it. And I literally made this brush to perfection. Like you guys that have been watching my channel know that I have always cut my brushes to make it perfect, because I have never found a brush that is perfect for French. Like never. No matter what the brand is, the biggest brands for nails did not have a brush that worked for me. I don't know what people do now, but I created this brush a few months ago and there was nothing that worked for me where I didn't have to cut it to make it super skinny and perfect. This one that I created is the perfect skinniness. I purposely asked the manufacturer, like, I need this brush to be thin. Like, it needs to be the thinnest, most perfect liner brush for creating a French tip nail. And that's what I created. So hopefully I can release this soon for you guys. I'm just trying to figure out some tweaks on my website first. That's the reason why I haven't released it yet. But yeah, I've been working on my website behind the scenes. So hopefully it'll come out soon for you guys. And the second that I have a date in mind that I want to launch it, I'm going to definitely let you guys know. Something tells me that you guys are going to sell it out, because I didn't purchase so many of them yet, because I didn't know. Like, I have no idea how many of you guys would actually get it, like purchase it. So I wanted to just be on the safe side. And yeah, I'm going to be on hand ready to order more in case I need to. But I am planning to make the brushes affordable for you guys. And I really want everybody to have access to a really good quality brush like this. Because truly, the ones you buy anywhere else, they're not the same. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I genuinely mean it. Like, I've tried so many brushes. I have spent hundreds, probably thousands of dollars on brushes. I've been doing nails for over 5 years, I think. And I've never found a good brush that is good right off the bat as soon as I just open it out of the packaging. So yeah, that's just something I had to say. So if you want to have a good quality brush like mine, I would recommend just cutting some of the bristles off and making it super thin. That'll really help you out. You can still work with the thicker brush. It's not gonna like hinder your nails completely, but just look at this right now. Like, look on the screen how easy I'm creating this French. I'm not even kidding. It is because of the brush. Like, I have not put this brush down ever since I got the sample from my manufacturer. I have not put it down. I've been using it every day. I cannot live without this brush. Like, I have backups on hand because I need to have this brush. Like, if something goes wrong, I don't know, if my cat chews it up, I will start to cry. So I have a backup right next to me in case I ever need it. And yeah, so this second method that I'm doing now, sorry, I kind of talk a lot, is the method where I'm just filling it in with the brush. Like, the brush is really thin, so it does take a second to fill it in. And by second, I just mean like a few seconds, like 30 seconds to fill in the whole entire nail. and it, not 30 seconds, maybe like 30 seconds to a minute to fill in the entire nail. And this just gives me the most cleanest, most perfect application. You could see it does not need a second coat at all when I'm doing this method. So I just realized this is the method for me. Like, I was trying the other method on the other hand, and I realized that that took way too long for no reason. So this method is definitely what I like way more. I'm just freehanding my smile line, and then after that I am just going ahead and filling it in with my brush, and it is just perfect. So it works really great. I think the skinniness of the brush is what makes the application so smooth and perfect, because it's really seamlessly applying everything, if that makes sense. Like, it's applying the white gel stroke by stroke very, very thinly, so in the end, the polish just kind of melts together, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it to you, but when you use a thicker, denser brush, the gel polish will have streaks in it. So because this brush is so thin and lightweight, it does not create any streaks, if that makes sense. I try to make sense as much as I can, but I know I could talk a lot, you guys, and I know I could talk really fast. So let me know if you guys ever need clarification, or if you guys ever have questions about anything that I say in my videos. I am more than happy to answer questions for you guys. I had told you guys like last video or before that I want to do a new Q&A in case any of you guys have any new questions. I know I have a lot of new people on my channel as well. So any new questions that you guys have, I think I'm going to put a forum here, like a community post, and ask you guys to ask me questions. But here's a close-up. I wanted to do a little bit of a different angle showing you how I paint this French. And you could just see it's so nice and clean and crisp. A French, like a perfect French like this, is just like the best ever. But you could see here I'm like messing up. Like, it's hard to get it perfect. I have really shaky hands, and I drink coffee every single day, which I don't know if that's ever a good thing, but it's the only thing that will keep me going, honestly. So yeah, I'm just going ahead and painting this on right here, and I really love the way it's looking so far. And then once that's done, I can go ahead and fill that all in. So that's pretty much it for all of my main tips. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could tell you guys. Another thing is, like, the shape is really important of your French tip nails. That's what will make them look really good. Like, think about it. If I left this French like this, or just barely filed it, it would not be as cute. But because I really take my time to file my nails, it turns out really amazing in the end. I do have a video on how I file. I'm going to put the video on how I file and the video on my favorite nude gel polishes in the description box for you guys, in case you want to watch it after watching this video, so you guys can get some background insight to what I'm talking about when I mean, like, you know, the way I file and everything like that. So yeah, I'm pretty much finishing up this nail set right here. I did also forget to mention that I do wipe the nails off. So this is once the French is cured, I wipe the nails off to get rid of any extra lint. I make sure to use a lint-free wipe. I just get these packs of lint-free wipes from Shein for like $1. But I also forgot to mention that I also wipe the nail down before I even start drawing on the French tip, because any little lint or hair can literally ruin your entire French. Like, lint gets everywhere. It is so annoying. It can just come off of any shirt you're wearing, your sweater. It's in the air. I have a lot of pets, so it's just like a lot of lint is everywhere for me. I would recommend getting an air purifier wherever you do your nails. There's some affordable ones on Amazon, but always wipe your nails down in between doing layers, because the lint is so freaking annoying. But now I'm just top coating. You can see how beautiful and glossy they look. A French that's just glossy is just so pretty every single time. It looks good on absolutely everybody. I'm going down the line of the nails and basically top coating every single nail at once. I like to do this to save a little bit of time instead of working individual nail by nail, like on those little magnetic stands. So I always have to make sure to clean up the edges before I cure. But this was the finished outcome. I hope I gave you guys some good pointers on how to create a perfect French and how to master it, because it truly is very difficult. So don't pressure yourself too much. Everybody starts somewhere. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!